Okay. Hey guys, it's Eric. Um, this time I'm here today to share with you guys an archetype that I made myself. Yeah. Um, so reason I made this archetype is because I was inspired by. I recently went to a Latino Comic Con here in my city of Dallas. Um, and there was a panel there talking about how we hardly see any Latino and Chicano stuff in pop culture and stuff like that. Like how there's hardly any Hispanic leading actors or like actors in like leading movies, or you hardly see any Latino starring roles in comics or games and stuff like that. And and they also talk about how you hardly see anything about Mexican supernatural stuff like the only real Aztec mythology thing we have is the Mel Gibson movie Apocalypto. It was a nice movie, bit too long, but yeah, it's basically the only Aztec stuff that we got in pop culture. And then I decided, you know what? I wonder if they have like any Aztec stuff in Yu-Gi-Oh! And the closest thing we have is Earthbound Immortals, and that's basically it. So I decided to make a Aztec archetype. I call them Azemechs. The reason I call them Azemechs is because the pictures that I chose don't show it, but if I were to actually draw out each of these monsters, I will make them look like futuristic Aztecs. So yeah. Um, so this archetype is, as I said, based off of Aztecs, and it's separated up into three groups, three groups as of right now, which is the Azmech warriors, which are like the main the main deck main deck monsters, which are warrior type monsters, which I'm still not sure what I want to do with them. And then there's the Azemech beasts, which are more support for the archetype and stuff like that. And then there's the divine Azemechs, which are the boss monsters of the deck. So since this being a Aztec based archetype, I decided to make it a ritual archetype because I like rituals and stuff like that. I actually didn't think about that until I started making the cards. Anyway, and a theme that I made with these Azemechs is that all of the main deck monsters that are not a divine Azemech have a effect when they are used for a ritual summon of a divine Azemech monster. So yeah, basically took from Black Luster Soldier with the Little Knights giving your BOS extra effects, and also from the Vendreads who give your Vendread Slayer extra effects. Of course, these guys also have effects of their own. Just what's mainly important is the ritual effect that they give to the monster. Also, the Divine Azemechs all have an effect which have to involve tributing. They, as you know, Aztecs are known for the sacrifices that they made for their god. So I'm saying, you know what, these divine Azemechs have effects when you tribute off other Azemech monsters. Anyway, this is my first time I'm going to be trying to do this, where I'm going to try to put the picture of the monster I'm talking about here, around here. So yeah. So with the first wave of support, I made 5 monsters. I'm not 5 monsters. I made 5 cards for them. I'll probably make more support down the line if you guys enjoy this. If you guys want to see more of these Azmech monsters that I made, yeah, I really enjoyed what I made. I really like what I made with them. So yeah. Anyway, let's get into the first wave of the Azmechs. I made 3 monsters, and then 2 spell cards for the first wave of them. So yeah. So the first card will be, hopefully I get this right. Hopefully I'm able to put it like right there. First guy is Azemech Warrior Eagle. You see right there? I don't know. I won't know until after I make this video. Anyway, so Azemech Evil is a win level 4, 1700 attack, 1300 effect warrior monster. So yeah, when this card is summoned, you can add one Azemech monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use the effect once per turn. I think I forgot to add that in the. So yeah, so he's also his second effect is that a divine Azemech monster ritual summon using this card gains this effect. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, it can make a second attack in a row. So yeah, he's your basic searcher for all your monsters. It doesn't matter if it's a warrior, a beast, or a divine Azemech in your main deck. He searches them all out. So yeah, also, yeah. Also with his ritual effect, he lets your guy attack multiple times in sorry, this video is all over the place. So yeah, he's the first guy that I made for him. Of course, he's a level 4 warrior, so he can be easily searched out with a Rhoda, or there's like plenty of stuff for warriors. So yeah, that's Azemech Warrior Eagle. On to the next monster, which is Azemech Beast Jaguar. Hopefully he shows up. So yeah, I chose with Aztec stuff. The most prominent animals are eagles and jaguars. So I made a warrior for an eagle, and then I made a beast for a jaguar. So yeah, you'll probably be seeing those guys most often in this thing. Anyway, Azemech Beast Jaguar is an Earth level 3 beast effect type monster with 1400 attack and 600 defense. When this card is summoned, you can special summon one level 4 or lower Azemech monster from your hand. You can only use this effective Azemech Beast Jaguar once per turn. So a basic mod, he's just a mod and captain in the deck, allowing you to what I thought with him is that you summon him out, and then you're able to get out your eagles, and then he can get his search effect off, since eagle just has to be summoned. So yeah, so then your eagle can search for your ritual monster. Anyway, Azemech Beast Jaguar's other effect is that when he's used for the ritual summon of a divine Azemech monster, the ritual monster gains this effect. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can add one Azemech Beast monster from your deck to your hand. So yeah, so then with your ritual, I made them a level 4 and level 3 because I made the first ritual monster for them level 7. So a nice even level. And then Jaguar, get another searcher, mainly with only if you use them for the ritual summon, allowing you to get your other beast out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the beast quite useful for bringing out other big monsters. That's what I'm going to try to do with them. Anyway, the first ritual monster I made for them, hopefully it appears right here because I like what I did with them, is Divine Azemech Tezcatlipoca. Tezcatlipoca is I added the Leo part to the end of it. He's a god who's mostly known for being a warrior jaguar. So yeah, I forget what exactly god he is of, but yeah. He's a light level 7 beast warrior ritual monster with 2500 attack and 2000 defense. He has a simple effect, being once per turn, you contribute one other Azemech monster you control. And if you do, this card is unaffected by opponent's card effects until the end of the turn. Basic boss monster able to tribute off a dude to get him to make himself unaffected by cards. And I gave him a simple effect, so when you actually use the other guys, he gets additional effects as well. So yeah, basic ritual monster, nothing too special all by himself, but using certain Azemech monsters, you can really make these guys pretty strong. And of course, can't have a ritual monster without the ritual spell, which is Azemech Ritual Table. I also forgot to say that the Divine Azemech Tezcatlipoca also has the thing where it says this card could be summoned with any Azemech ritual spell, because I'm planning on making more ritual spells for them in case if they need it and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyway, back to the spell itself. It's Azemech Ritual Table, which is a ritual spell for them. This card can be used for the special summon of any divine Azemech ritual monster from your hand. Yeah, you have to special summon from your hand. It doesn't have a grave thing. By setting monster you control or in your hand, whose level equals or exceeds the monster you are summoning. And then I gave it a grave effect because every good card basically needs, every good spell trap basically needs a grave effect now. So its effect is while this card is in your graveyard, not the same turn that you send it there, you can banish an Azemech monster to add this card to your hand. So a good way to recycle your spell card, your ritual spell if you need to get another one for it, in case if you have like another dude or something. Yeah. And then the final spell that I made for them is a field spell, which is Azemech Temple City. I wasn't really sure what to do with the field spell since I have difficulty trying to make field spells for stuff, as you saw with the evil hero stuff. So yeah. So its effect is that when this card is activated, you can add one Azemech ritual spell from your deck to your hand. You're going to use this effect once per turn. Kind of made it like Gateway to Chaos, where it searches a monster right off the bat, but this one searches your spell right off the bat. While your ego searches like your main big guys. Anyway, its second effect is that if a divine Azemech will be destroyed, you can send one Azemech monster you control or in your hand to the graveyard itself. So the field spell gives protection to your divine Azemechs who tribute off your other Azemechs in order to protect themselves. Nice protection effect there. And then the final effect is that if this card is destroyed by your opponent's card effect, you can add one divine Azemech monster from your deck to your hand. A good recovery option that I decided to give them in case the field spell gets destroyed. You get to search for a divine Azemech monster yourself. So yeah, those are the 5 cards I made for for Azemech monsters. Hope you guys enjoyed and want to see more. I will link my Imgur down below where I will post these 5 cards in case you want to check them out and read them for yourself. The effects might be off because I keep forgetting to type out certain things in the effects and stuff like that. So just gotta deal with that for right now. Anyway, hope you guys want to see more of these Azemech monsters for the Azemech archetype. I'm really excited with making these guys and can't wait to show more of them to you guys. So yeah, of course, as always, like the video if you liked it. Comment down below what you guys thought, and or any suggestions that you guys have for this archetype, of course. And subscribe for more if you like what you see. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video.